Okay, I'm going to do another knife, and this is another knife that I found at the thrift store. Happens to be another fillet knife. This one is a nicer one though. It's full tang. It's a Royal Norfolk Cutlery stainless steel fillet knife. I don't know, 5.5 inches long or so, and in much better condition than the previous two that I've done. And I'll hold this up for you. You can see there's actually a cutting edge, a leading edge that's already been factory made on this knife. So I'm not going to have to do a whole lot to bring this one back to sharpness. So this one's going to take a lot less time to do. But the process won't change a whole lot. And again, to demonstrate, is this knife sharp right now? Let's see. No. So hey, this might be a knife that you're carrying in your pocket. This could be, you're out in the field, you're field dressing a deer, and your knife is now dull or has become duller, or this might be the fillet knife that just sits in your tackle box after you filleted fish, and it had a nice edge on it, but now it's not nearly as sharp, and you need to bring that edge right back on it. And you can do that with the Sharpens Best tool, and I'll show you how I would do it. Again, I'm sitting in a chair. I'm right-handed, so my sharpener is in my right hand. The knife is in my left. I'm sitting in a chair. That's just the way that I like to do this, is from while sitting in a chair. I'm going to try to adjust my camera here for you. So my sharpener is in my right hand. The blade is in my left. I will place the blade on my right knee. The blade will essentially be perpendicular to my knee. I'm going to take a look at my blade. I don't see a whole lot in terms of imperfections here. I can feel the blade obviously doesn't have an edge on it, and I can see what angle is currently on this blade, so it'll be pretty easy for me to determine what angle I need to put my sharpener at. And I'm going to put the sharpener will be perpendicular to the blade, and then at 45 degrees to the blade. Okay, and it's not obviously going to be on top, it's going to be following the factory edge at a 45-degree angle. And I'm not going to have to apply a whole lot of pressure here, and I'm going to be removing very little metal in this case as compared to the other videos that I've done so far. And then we'll see what happens. So if you were to watch Brad's videos, he would say, let it work, don't make it work. And that's exactly what I'm going to do here. I'm not applying a whole lot of pressure. Can you hear that sound? That's when you know you're on that sweet spot. When it sounds like this, that doesn't sound right, but when it's like this, that's when you know it's on the sweet spot, at least for me. So I'm going to let it work here. I'm not applying a whole lot of pressure. You can hear that tick, 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 really, really high-pitched sound. I know I'm going to get this thing gosh darn sharp. And I could see as I'm using this, I can see the little bit of dirt and grime that would have been in the grooves of this blade. I mean, it's just gone. Okay. So just testering, the way Brad puts it, testering the blade, light, shorter strokes. As I get closer to the tip, I can draw that knife in closer to my body. And I'm going to do the other side now. I'm going to rotate the blade 180 degrees, so now the sharp edge is towards me. I'm going to put the sharpener to the blade 90 degrees, and then rotate to 45. I can feel there we go. Now I'm on the right spot. I can hear it and I can feel it. And I can see I'm removing the dirt and grime and whatever else was on here. And as I get closer to that tip, I can really work that tip if I want to. I really like that feature. I'm gonna feel. Yeah, that's sharp. Gosh, that's amazing. This is at the bottom, the middle, towards the tip, and at the very tip. So if I went and caught a mess of fish, and I was filleting them, and my knife went dull on me, gosh, I mean, take the Sharpens best, and within a minute or two, you know, I'd have that thing right back to an amazing sharpness. You know, I happen to have my honing stick here, so a few swipes on that. You know, still not shaving hairs. You know, I don't know how necessary that really is, though, anyhow, really. I mean, the darn thing is sharp, okay? So, let me know what you think. Anybody else who has used this, if you have any tips for me, put them in the comments. I would recommend the Sharpens best. Again, Brad has been great to deal with, and I think I mentioned previously when I originally placed my order for the Brother set, which is 2 Sharpen sparks and 2 poker chips, the package arrived to my house torn, and the contents were completely missing. And I called Brad, and you know, he took care of me and sent me a new set. And I sent one of the sets, a Sharpen spark and a poker chip, to my brother, and my brother is learning how to use this as well. And he and I have been going back and forth and talking to one another about our experience using this. So if you're thinking about it, I would recommend it, as long as you understand it's going to take a little bit of time, a little bit of practice. Be patient. Experiment with, you know, different positions on where you're placing the knife on your body, on a table, what angle you're holding the blade, and so forth. Believe me, it's going to take you a little bit of time, but you're going to get it. And once you get it, it's really satisfying. I don't know, it's hard to explain. I enjoy doing it. So thanks. Hope that helps.